Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. Of course, every Monday we feature a brand new artist thanks to our continued art exhibit series on Now in collaboration with the Art Society of Trinidad and Tobago. This morning we have Yvette Paul joining us, sharing some of her inspirations and so much more with the incredible artwork on set. Good morning, Yvette.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show. How are you this morning?
I'm fine, yes.
Excellent. I mean, we are fine as well, because when we saw the color on set this morning, it definitely brightened our morning, and you're quite colorful as well.
That's true.
So let's talk a little bit about art, because you say that art is not only something that you enjoy, but it is something that you love doing. How long have you loved doing art?
I have been doing art since I was a child, really. Looking at my father painting, he used to model sculptures, and so, you know, so that's when I was first influenced by him, when I was like about probably 5. And then I went to school, and I was good at art at school.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but my father, he never really encouraged me to do it as a career, because in those days, you were either a flight attendant or you worked at the bank, you know? But there's so much of an opportunity now for art, you know, yes.
So let's talk about that, because as you say that, of course, yes, you would have been painting for a young age, but you went into corporate life. So where did you find the time?
Yes, well, I dabbled off and on, you know, I dabbled off and on. And it was, creativity actually never leaves you. It's always there, even how long time goes by. It kept popping up all the time, you know. So I did find time, yes.
Wonderful. And what brought you back to saying, all right, now is the time? Because we see now is the time.
Now is the time for sure. Yeah. Okay. So what really got up, heading towards retirement, I said, well, what am I going to do? Just like a lot of people, when they're going to retire, it's like, you know, you're sort of thrown into the ocean. So I said, I know, I like to paint. And then COVID came, and guess what? I started, there's a group that I am in, and all of us have one thing in common. We all painted around COVID. I'm like crazy, you know, really painting. And that's when I started to get a lot better.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, aside from your father, who else inspired you on your journey with art?
Oh, Beverly Fitzwilliams Harries. She is the head of the group of that I'm talking about. We paint, you know, and we go there every Monday, like from 9 to 12. Jackie Hinkson, even though he doesn't teach much anymore, we communicate by Instagram, you know, and he gives me little tips. And then the last one is Darren Yao. He is a painter in Australia. And I do classes with him through the internet and through Zoom and stuff, you know.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you're always learning, essentially, as well?
Always learning, yes. Actually, all the great artists will tell you they never stop learning, you know.
Definitely, and we're thankful for that, and it's great because we can see it coming out in your work. So let's start with the excellent work on set this morning. Now, this first one, I know it caught my attention and many as well. This one is between
is
one is
Paramin, yes.
Okay,
Paramin Hills, yes. Okay. Well, I like to bring out joy in my paintings, because in a world that's very chaotic, you know, because, you know, we have a lot of things going on now, I try to stick to, and Beverly says to the head of my group, that I'm a happy painter.
Oh, yeah, we can see that.
Yes, yeah. So, like, I love when people smile, when they buy my paintings, they laugh, and, you know, okay, it's just a very quiet scene in Paramin.
Was this something that you painted from memory, or was this from a photo?
No, I have, there's somebody, one of the people in the group, is Michael Bides. He's our sort of go-to photographer, you know?
And also, so you would have taken the photo and then you would have painted from the photo. Excellent. Is that something that you prefer, or do you also do it from memory?
No, actually, quite a few things from memory. And I mix up the photographs, you know. I don't always do one copy. I mix them up, you know.
Excellent. Let's take a look at this one. Stop and smell the roses.
Right.
What made you decide it was time to paint some flowers?
Well, again, people are so busy in the world, you know, so I try to relate to that. This was a very popular one of the Art Society show that I entered. And, oh my gosh, it was, it says stop, you know, because there's so many roses already pointing at you. And, you know, that's what it is, really.
And how long would it take you to create a piece like this particular piece? How long did it take?
That took about 2 hours.
Oh, wow. Excellent.
I know.
And
Yeah.
now the next one that we're going to have coming up on screen as well, it's a little bit different, a little bit smaller, and definitely something that we can appreciate because, of course, it pays homage to our culture. This one is the Sailors Gathering. Is that
Sailors
correct?
Gathering, yes.
And so what was this? Was this from memory or from a photo?
That was definitely from memory. So I got to go through the photographs of sailors and stuff, and this is definitely all from memory. And I like carnival, and I like the fact that they have carnival exhibitions.
Yes,
you know, the people start coming to the exhibitions now, especially foreigners who are not there, who don't live in Trinidad. So they're just gathering from the band to go on the stage.
And what mediums did you use for this one?
Okay, this is watercolor and pen.
In pen?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. Just a black waterproof pen. And that seems to be quite popular now. I started off doing that about 6 years ago, and people seem to like it because it's light and airy, you know?
It definitely is light and airy because, I mean, we can see the watercolor, but it's quite interesting as you indicate that there's pen in there as well. Definitely going to take a closer look at that later. Now, would you say that that makes it, it takes longer to make these paintings with the watercolor and the pen versus using acrylic, or no?
No.
No? Okay.
No, it's about the same time.
This next one that we have on screen is A Village Between Maracas and Las Cuevas. Excellent choice of color. Tell us a little bit about this one.
Okay, that's water-based oils.
Okay.
Now, water-based oils is different to normal oils in that they're not as toxic, and they dry quicker. You know, so it's quite a modern way of doing oils, really, you know.
So is this one of the, it took an hour painting, or is this something a little bit longer?
This is about 2.
About 2 hours.
Yeah.
Wonderful detail as well. I find it lovely that you use, if I think I'm seeing some pinks there when it comes to the palms and the trees as well.
Yes. I put in all sorts of different colors, very subtle, you know.
What influenced you to, let's say, for example, use pink? Because not many people would think about pink when it comes to trees.
Yes, I know. You know what it is? The background is actually pink.
Okay.
I paint a ground. They call it a ground color.
Okay.
Or the whole thing pink. So bits of pink will pop through. You see on the painting, yes.
Fascinating. Absolutely lovely there. And also, if I'm not mistaken, so at the ground, is that supposed to be the water on the ground by the
houses.
By the houses?
Yes, a little bit of water gathered there. And that's a sea in the distance. You see the sea?
Work.
Yes,
Wonderful
thank
work.
you.
And this next one that we have on screen here, this is a vase of flowers.
Yes.
And this is, interestingly enough, I was looking at it, and it gave me the spirit of batik.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
so share with us how you
yes.
came to create this one.
Yes, it does look a lot like batik. Okay. On the stove top, you put a pot of paraffin wax.
Okay.
And it boils. Then there's something called a Johnson spoon. That you dip it in.
Well, hold on. What does a Johnson spoon look like?
Okay. Sorry, a Johnson tool.
A Johnson tool.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It's like a round, it's like long. It has a little hole at the bottom.
Okay.
So you dip it into the wax and collects into the spoon. So you just apply it where you've drawn, and all the white you're seeing there is the wax.
The wax, okay.
You see? So, and then you put paint over that. Yeah.
So preparation for a painting like this, because we're invested in how long these paintings take, because it's incredible that you say you do some of these in an hour, sometimes less. So how long does it take to create that?
No, that takes like about 2 hours.
A little bit more process, but absolutely beautiful. This work is incredible. Yvette, thank you so much for being on the show with us.
Oh,
and
thank you so
looking
much.
forward to seeing you continue to shine, because as we were very briefly chatting off air, and one of the things we spoke about is you were mentioning, you know, when retirement comes, this is the time that you can reinvest as well. Yes?
Yes. I'd like to encourage everybody who's heading towards retirement or is retired to know that they don't have to stay at home and think about nothing. There's lots of things you can do that you can encourage yourself to continue on.
Excellent. Yvette, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. And thank you so much for loaning us your artwork for the week.
Yes.
We will be enjoying it every morning,
Please
for sure.
enjoy it.
We will. The Art Society of Trinidad and Tobago, in collaboration with the Now Morning Show, brings you art on set every single week. This week, we feature Yvette Paul. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a few moments, right after this short break.
Know that everything will get better. Yeah. Down by the water open, to watch the stars align, throw dreams out in the ocean. Watch out.